What's up YouTube? Jeff back again from High on Android and DopeTechDaily.com, and today I want to give you guys my top 5 favorite features of the LG G5. Now when I designed these top 5 favorite features so far, I've had the phone for about 5 days, I basically thought of what are the things that would make me want to get this phone over something like the Galaxy S7 Edge. So that was sort of my guiding direction when making this video. What would make me pick this over the S7 Edge? So this is not a full S7 Edge versus G5 comparison video. That's going to come later. These are just the top 5 things that I prefer on the G5 over the S7 Edge, or that I think the G5 does a little bit better than Samsung. So as usual, I got a little keep document here. Let's just thumb through them and go through. The first one is the always-on display. So the always-on display on the LG G5, if you go into the settings, you can find that under display, and of course, go down to always on display. You see I've got it turned on right there. And if you go into the options, there aren't a lot of options in the LG G5's always on display like you might find in the Samsung Galaxy S7. But what it does do really well is you'll notice right there, you have the icons that show you your notifications. And you can choose to show either time or signature here. That's really the only thing you can customize. But what I like that makes it better than the Samsung S7 display, the always on display, is that the icons show up. You can see here, I have the phone off and the always on display is on, and it shows me that I have a Gmail notification waiting. So if you look at in comparison to the Galaxy S7, you can see the Galaxy S7 always on display does not show you your notifications. Now of course you have the LED light at the top on the S7 that tells you have something waiting for you, but it doesn't tell me what it is, and I actually have to hit the home button to actually turn the phone on to check my notifications. So even though Samsung lets you customize your always on display a little bit more, put an image there, etc., I prefer the LG G5 because I can actually check. You can see I just got a Hangouts message and I've got a Gmail notification as well. I like to just check that, see if it's something that needs my attention, if it's something like a YouTube Studio notification or Instagram or Twitter. If I'm doing something, if I'm busy, if I'm in a meeting, I can check that later. If it's a call from a family member, from my fiance, I can check that and get right to it. So I really think the always on display and having the icons there is a big difference, and I really like the LG G5 always on display for that reason. The next thing that I really like about the LG G5 is Quick Charge 3.0 and the removable battery. So of course you guys already know that you can remove the battery by pressing this button down here. I already mentioned that in my previous video. You've probably seen how to swap it in numerous other videos. And of course, the LG G5 on most carriers here in the US came bundled with a removable battery and also a charging cradle. So of course, that's a great look. You can replace the battery whenever you want, go from 0 to 100. But in addition, another feature the G5 has over the S7 is Quick Charge 3.0. And of course, that comes with USB Type-C. Now, I don't care about USB Type-C that much. It's really not that big of a deal. I didn't really say anything bad about Samsung not including it because it's not that ubiquitous yet. However, having USB 3.0, Quick Charge 3.0 on your G5 definitely gives you a chance to get really, really fast charging if you have a compatible power brick. I got an Anker Quick Charge 3.0 power brick. This thing will charge from 0 to 100 in just over an hour. It's very, very close to an hour, and it's super fast. So if you really like to charge up your phone really, really quickly, that's definitely something you're going to want. So if you have the extra battery and also the Quick Charge 3.0, you're almost never going to be running around without any juice. Now, of course, the G5 battery is smaller than the S7 Edge, so it gets slightly worse battery life, but that removable battery in Quick Charge 3.0 makes up for it, in my opinion. The next thing is the fingerprint scanner, and I mentioned this. I did a comparison to the fingerprint scanner on here and on the Nexus 6P, and the fingerprint scanner is incredibly fast. It's become my favorite fingerprint scanner. You guys can see here just how fast it is. Even as it's going back to the always on display, if I put my finger on there, it just opens up the screen really, really quickly. So this is much faster, in my opinion. You can check out my comparison to the 6P. Much faster than the 6P. And in my experience, it's actually faster and a little more reliable than the S7 Edge. Now, I will do a fingerprint scanner comparison of these two. If you guys want to see it, drop a comment below. I'll do a video on that. Some people didn't like the one with the 6P, so maybe no one cares about fingerprint scanner comparisons. Just let me know. I'll do it if people are interested. But in my experience, this is the best fingerprint scanner I've used so far. It's a huge improvement over the LG V10, which you guys know I wasn't a huge fan of that fingerprint scanner. The next one is the camera, especially the wide-angle camera, and the front-facing camera on here, in my opinion, is better than the Galaxy S7 Edge. You guys can check out my video. I did a car vlog from this phone. It was the Android giveaway, the last one we just did, the Fools for Android giveaway. I did the car vlog on here. It was pretty steady, had good audio, and you can compare that to my vlog I did on the S7 Edge, which were my 24-hour impressions of the S7 Edge. I found the video to be quite a bit more stable. And then also I really love the wide angle camera that you have on this phone. So you can check out right here, I took a picture of my lunch earlier today, pasta, and that's with the wide angle. You can see so much more, fit my whole meal in the shot, and also my super white legs in the shot as well. But it's really, really nice to give you the options. Here's a picture I took of one of my orange Android figurines, and then this is the wide angle shot. I got both of my figurines in. My blue one there is missing his antennas, but oh well. So you can see how much more you can fit in the shot. So if you really like to take wide angle shots, you can also use this for wide angle selfies. It's really, really versatile having these two cameras on the back. And overall, I'm finding the LG G5's camera to be quite good at what it does. So is it better than the S7 Edge in every facet? I'll save that discussion for another day, but it's very, very good, and you're not going to find that wide angle camera option on the S7 Edge. And in addition to that, you also get this excellent front-facing camera that takes great stable video. And then the final thing is something that's sort of a personal preference. You may or may not care about this, but this phone has an IR blaster here at the top. You guys probably know Samsung did not include an IR blaster here. So this cutout here is just for your mic. It's not for the IR blaster. So if you like to use your phone to actually change the channels on your TV, I find it super convenient. You can see here, quick remote on the LG G5. I have my Samsung TV and my cable box set up so I can actually change channels. You can see here you can set up your TV and your cable box. And to be honest, the remote on my Samsung 4K TV kind of sucks. So using my phone, in this case the LG G5, to control the TV as well as the cable box is super convenient. Now, of course, Samsung said a lot of people don't really use that too much at home. They just use it for trolling, you know, at a gas station or whatever, try to change the channels on the TV. But I find it super useful, and it's something you won't find on the S7 Edge, so that is a plus for the G5. So these were 5 of my favorite features that I've found that would convince me to buy this phone over the Galaxy S7 Edge. I hope everyone out there can see that I'm not hating on the G5 from my first 2 videos, just had a few issues with the build quality. I actually love the hardware. There's a lot of good stuff going on here. So I'll continue my coverage. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of the G5 coverage. I really appreciate it as it helps out the channel. You can find me at dopetechdaily.com, also on Google+, Twitter, and Instagram at the links in the description. I really appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.